Unity, we're going to talk e-invoicing today. You're a freelancer and most probably you've been given a URL by your manager that pretty much looks like this that will give you access to Unity's e-invoicing feature. So e-invoicing, what does it do? Well, basically it allows you to invoice us directly the projects you've been working on and track payment on them on an ongoing basis. This is a tool that we've delivered for you guys to be able to just facilitate and remove the friction from the whole invoicing process. So as soon as you put in that URL, you'll be asked to sign in. Please sign in with the email address that you had provided the manager with you whom you're working for. Most probably that manager has already inputted all your information inside Unity. So as soon as you log in, you'll quickly notice that you have the address, your city, state, province, as well as your preferred currency. If there's any issues here, contact them directly and make sure that these information has been updated. What e-invoicing allows you to do is basically have access to this page. This is a secure page for you. No one else has access to this. The only way somebody could access this page is through the Google access that you have, and you have the password for that. No one else has access to this, and this will allow you to view all the projects you've been working on with WatchMojo. So by logging in, you'll have a table that pretty much lists out every single project that you've done since the beginning of time. And you'll notice that a lot of them are at $0 paid. What that means is that these were invoices that you had sent to us in paper and that we have paid so far with the invoice number. Anything that has $0 is basically legacy. Anything that's relatively new, you'll start seeing a pre-tax amount written against it. So this way you can start invoicing us. Going forward, all the amounts are going to be written against all of the tasks that you've done. So as you come into the e-invoicing page, just make sure that the project ID and the project name is the same one that you agreed with your manager. Make sure the task is the correct one as well as the amount is correct. If there's any issues with the amount, I would ask you to contact via email your manager or your point person and make sure that that person is aware and makes the change immediately. Do not submit an invoice unless the amount that you agreed on is there and visible. You'll also notice that there's a lot of statuses. So if the status of the project or the task that you've done is success, that means that the manager on the other end has approved your delivery, and you can basically invoice us. So you can just check the invoicing button. There is a status of danger. That means that the manager has reviewed and perhaps there's an issue, a blocker, something's basically preventing us to move forward. So you'll notice that you won't be able to check against those boxes. This one's a success and this one's a success. And this one here has been assigned, so most probably you're working on it, but unfortunately that too you won't be able to check. So please make sure that the ones that you've selected, the three, are the correct amount. And if they are the correct amount, you're ready to invoice. All you need to do is click on the I agree that I selected the 3 projects I want to be invoiced for. Please read the caveat before. The caveat practically says that you will be paid every 2 weeks. There's a 90-day rule for any issues or conflicts. So if by any chance you were to proceed with an invoice and you needed to rectify a number, it's better off that you rectify it now before then doing it later on. If you do it after this has been submitted, it's going to take you up to 90 days for us to resolve. So please do it, validate the numbers, and once the numbers are valid, please click on I agree. Now this will basically generate the invoice, but before you proceed, it will just validate, we'll give you an invoice number, and we'll tell you the total amount before taxes for the 3 projects. If you agree to proceed, you do realize that you have a 90-day period to basically dispute any amount. So I would, at this point, if there was any amount issues, close it and just reach out via email to your point person to rectify the issue. If everything's great, then you could proceed, and by clicking on proceed, we will basically start generating an invoice for you and proceed payment. If there is an submission failed message like the one you see above, then you can contact your point person and let them know what really happened, and we will basically work towards fixing the issues. Sometimes the issues are related to the fact that we do not have your tax information, or we do not know what type of payment you'd like. So we will basically send you error messages, prevent you from submitting until we get all that information. Additionally, what we would like to you guys to know is that after you've basically made a successful submission, then the status of your projects will go from success to pending, and once the payment has been issued, it will change to paid. You can log into this page on a regular basis and use the search feature to look for particular projects, for example, if you're searching by ID, or you could basically leverage the sorting features to be able to sort by project or by alphabetical, or however you'd like to basically sort the information. You can also add or remove rows from this, so this way you can limit the information to what you really want to look at. That's about it for our introduction to Unity e-invoicing, and if you have any questions, please reach out to your point person.